friends, my name is Tracy and I'm going to talk with you guys today about unboxing your new Cricut. I was blessed 2 years ago to get a Cricut for Christmas. I've always wanted one, and my husband and my kids got together and they got me the Cricut Maker, which was the newest one at the time. It still is the newest. We'll talk about that at another time. I recently am going to start teaching classes at my local Michael's store on Cricut. Michael's was great, and they worked with me to price match a deal that someone else was having, and I was able to get a Cricut Explore Air 2, which is the step below the Maker, and it's the top right now of their Explore Air family. If you don't know much about Cricut, I would say that it's like a die cutting machine, but it cuts so much more than that, and it does so many more things. Like, the things that it can do are amazing. I give away most of what I make. I love to give it as gifts, or I love to show it to other people. But just a few of the things that you can do with a Cricut. You can make your own t-shirts. I design t-shirts for my kids, all in family, all with their colleges on them. These things are super expensive if you ever have your stuff if you ever have kids that are in colleges or things like that. Even elementary school and different things with logos are so expensive, and there's so many different things that you can do. I'm a big Baltimore fan from Maryland, so I made some signs. My family all has different cups that says Proud Mom, and it has 2 of my kids' colleges on them. Recently, I've made some water bottles. That's kind of hard to see that design, but it's actually the Mickey Castle. Oh, there we go. It's the Mickey Castle, and it has the year. I'm going to be going on a trip with my college, chaperoning some kids, so there's some water bottles I made for the kids. This is a reverse canvas that my son made. I could do a tutorial on this later if anybody's interested. It was really an interesting process. He had a great time with it. We're big Disney people, and he loves the Avengers, so he made an Avengers sign. But before we can do anything cool with our Cricut, we have to get it out of the box. And I don't know about anybody else, but when I got my Cricut, it sat in the box for probably 3 months. So it's a great thing. I wanted it. I was so excited on Christmas morning. And then Christmas kind of goes by, and you don't want to set it up that week because you're being with friends and family. And then we got into January, and all of a sudden, I didn't want to set it up. I just stared at the box. I was afraid I was going to mess it up. I was going to break it. So that's why I thought it would be kind of cool to do a tutorial about taking something right out of the box. So this is the first time I am taking it out of the box, obviously. Oh, it comes with a cutting mat. I'm going to bring it over to this side of the table. My kids will probably kill me for the quality of this video. My girls are very big into videoing and editing, and maybe they'll help me out and make this look a little bit better. So this is what it looks like coming out of the box. This thing on top, this is a light grip mat. Blue is light grip. And let's figure out what else we have in here. The instruction manual for Cricut Explore Air 2. Don't feel anything else on any side. I'm going to pull it out of the box. It is wrapped in this white kind of cellophane-y stuff. Oh, I have some fun stuff in my box, so let me see what else we have in the box. I have a black pen. I have the power cord. And then I have the USB connector cord to connect it to my computer. And now my box is empty with the exception of that little silicone pack that you get in everything. So I'm going to put my box aside. I'm not going to get rid of my box. I actually did not get rid of my box from my previous Cricut. Once I started to use it, I went ahead and stored stuff in it, and it lives in my basement. And I want to say it has probably Christmas decorations thrown in it because I'm kind of a big Christmas person. So I'm just going to grab these and take these out of the packages. Again, I got my machine in America here. So we have the regular traditional plug on it. This goes into the other side of the machine. It connects to your computer through a USB. I'll be doing another video in just a few minutes about setting it up. But goes right in with the USB port. This is probably going to be used for the sample project. Cricut gives you a sample project when you get the machine. Just something to kind of get you started with. Oh, this one's not going to come open. Looks like we have some different materials in here. Instructional material, how to get started, what to do, how to set up your machine. Again, ready to get started right here on the front page. And this is going to take us through step by step on exactly what we're going to do with our machine. Obviously, our warranty information. Then we have some little pieces of paper. These papers, this is what they're going to use for the sample project that Cricut comes with. And again, to make that sample project, you would need a light grip mat. There are 3 different types of mats. There's like a light grip and then a heavy grip. There's also a fabric mat if you're doing fabric. The Cricut machines can cut so many different materials. The Maker, which I have in the other room, can even cut things like balsa wood. It can cut through thin sheets of aluminum, thick poster board. The Maker comes with an adaptive tool system. And they have just come out with, oh my God, this is so pretty. They've just come out with engraving tools for it and scoring tools and things like that. I mean, just think about the things that you can engrave. Get the little plaques and you would be able to engrave things for picture frames or things like that, money that you would be able to save. So this one that I got is in like a light green. It was on sale. There was a special, and again, Michael's really helped me out. My local Michael store, the manager was great, and she was able to help me out. I just love the color of it. My other one is like a grayish white. Before I walk over to that side, let me grab the power plug, plug it in over here. And plug it into the back. So when we turn it on, we can see it do something. Right here, it is sealed, so the things in the middle of it don't jump around. And of course, I broke the seal tape, so we're going to get that off. And when you push this open button, voila! Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. And it just totally opens on its own. If you do have an older Cricut machine, over here, I'm going to close this up real quick. Over here, right here, this is a little place for you to put your tools, but right here, this is a place for you to load in your cartridges. Older Cricut machines had cartridges that they came with. That is where you would load in those cartridges. I'm going to open it back up. Wow, watch the magic happen. Okay. A lot of people decorate theirs, and I will definitely be decorating it in another video. At the bottom here, these are just some little compartments. I don't want to mess it up. For your tools, they magnetic down if you have some additional tools that you want to put down there. Cricut makes some great tools, but there are also some ways that you can get things cheaper. There are 2 housings here. Okay. This one is what holds the pen. So the pen will totally fit inside of that one. And the other one is what holds your blade. So if I take my pen is going to go right in here and it's going to click right in. And then I would close it with that clamp. And now my pen will be able to write down there at the bottom. It doesn't like fit in there super snug. All right. Okay. So right here is the blade. It doesn't look like much. I'm trying to get an angle. Like you can see a little teeny tiny tip there at the top of that blade. That is all that you need to cut. It is amazing, the things that this little tiny blade can do. Some people sharpen it by putting it into aluminum foil, kind of stabbing it into aluminum foil after the fact. I've never had to do that. I've had my blade in my maker for a long time, and I've never had to sharpen it or anything like that. But there are different blades. This comes with a fine point blade. I'm going to put him back in there. I'm going to close these guys down. Now they're tight in there. I don't want anything falling off. Over here on the machine, let me see if I can sit down. Oh, we're gonna get up close and personal, friends. All right. Over here, we have some different settings. The maker automatically detects exactly what you're gonna tell it what you're gonna be cutting, and it will change the pressure. For the Explorers, you have to tell it what you're gonna be cutting. We have paper, vinyl, iron-on, light cardstock, regular cardstock. Braided, what does that say? Bonded fabric. Oh, fabric that's stuck together. And poster board. This is a dial. You're just going to adjust that. I've seen some people put like a little note on here like, you know, change your knob, or did you change your knob, or whatever. We have our on button right here. Woo! It's telling me it wants to be on. We're going to go over this in another video, but this button right here, this little arrow that goes up and down, this is your load. This is how you're going to load the mat in. This guy that looks like the Cricut symbol is actually the button that you'll push if you're going to go ahead and you're going to cut with it. And then if you need to pause your printing for any reason, you'll be hitting that button right there. So my machine is turned on. I will be ready to use it in a few minutes. I'm actually going to charge my computer, make myself some dinner, and then I'm going to do a video about how to hook it up to your computer or your iPad or your phone or whatever device you're going to run Design Space on. Cricut does require that you have Design Space, which is their software to go ahead and run the machine and do all the cool stuff. But we're going to talk about Design Space in a few minutes. All right, thanks so much for watching, friends, and I'll see you later.